Hey, this message is for all the parents and older siblings that find themselves stay-at-home coaches in this time. This time where we're worried about our distant learning and all the social distancing and just dealing with this chaotic time and the unprecedented measures that we're all having to go through for the safety of others. But a lot of our houses are filled with little athletes. So we are now stay-at-home coaches as well. Sometimes it falls on the role of the dad or the mom or even the older siblings or even, close in age siblings. They're gonna have to start coaching each other. It's so important, guys, that we keep our kids active. Even if we're not filled in a house with athletes, little guys that are in sports or other activities, no matter what the level of activity that your children normally partake in, we have to keep that up, because the physical activity, the physical exercise is paramount in the child development. We cannot let those kids just sit around. We have to stay active. There's a lot of great resources for online. We've been finding, I have a 9 and an 11-year-old and I have a 19-year-old at home. The 9 and 11-year-old are finding a lot of great little exercises on a bunch of different websites. But my message is more for the philosophy behind us as we coach these kids. We need to remember that we are still parents, we are still a family, so our focus has to be out of encouragement and building a foundation of trust and understanding and acceptance, no matter what it is we're coaching. Doesn't matter the sport, doesn't matter the activity, doesn't matter the exercise, whatever fitness level you're trying to get. If you don't start with a foundation of understanding and a foundation of building a relationship with whoever it is you're teaching, in this case it's our kids, so at times they're gonna tune us out, and that's okay. We have to give them that space. We also need to understand there's a fundamental truth when it comes to teaching, especially children. They do not care what we know until they know that we care. And that is just a fundamental truth. It's a philosophical foundation for any time you're dealing with children. We have to see them where they're at, guys. We have to give them the space and the grace. And let's remember, in this time, we're maintaining levels and improving levels of fitness at times, but we're not trying to win the game. We're not trying to create the champion right now, overnight, while we're all stuck at home. We're trying to encourage. We're trying to teach them the importance of an active lifestyle and the importance of sport and the wonderful, wonderful gift and the beauty in competition and in giving everything you have to achieve something that is great. That's all wonderful, but we cannot let that be the end all be all. We cannot let the goal overshadow the path. The path is what it's all about. We have to take the walk with them. We have to demonstrate. We have to support, and we have to make it fun. It cannot be too much, all over the top, and all coming from the same message. If you all know what I mean, all of us have children that can tune us out when we give too much of our own voice. So let them talk back. Let them have questions. Let them have some space where maybe they want to learn from another avenue. That's okay. There's a lot of great resources out there. But just be careful. Be careful that the philosophy is not over the top and putting pressure on our children. And let's all be careful. All of us who come from a background of athletics, we all have a tendency where we can get over the top and we can be hypercritical. I fall into that trap all the time. I can overcoach my children. I can be overcritical of my children when it comes to teaching them the things that are near and dear to me, the things that I'm very passionate about, which for me it's outdoor sports. I love them all, and I want my kids to get the most out of it. Sometimes they don't want to learn from me, and you know what? That's okay, because they're always going to get plenty of me. So let's give them the other outlets. Let's make it fun. Let's give them a variety of activities, and let's not try to force our little baseball players, because it's baseball season, to have the winning pennant year this year. Let's let them be generally overall healthy young athletes, and that doesn't mean a specific discipline. It means a wide variety of disciplines. Crossing over from multiple sport disciplines is the healthiest way for these children to fully develop mentally, emotionally, and physically, and most importantly, spiritually. Because when there's joy in the heart, they're going to achieve more, and they're going to be able to share that joy with others, and it's going to come around in an overall well-developed young man or young woman. Because remember, we're not raising children. We're raising young men and young women, And as their children, we need to enjoy them. And we need to all take a break and give them the space they need, especially now, because we're all over each other, we're all on top of each other. But I just want a specific message out there to all of you coaches out there, because whether you wanted to be or signed up to it, you're a coach. And maybe it means you're teaching them jumping jacks, maybe you're teaching them jumping rope, maybe you're teaching them push-ups and sit-ups, maybe you're teaching them how to hit an opposite field line drive on an off-speed pitch. Maybe you're teaching them how to throw the football correctly. Maybe you're teaching them a golf swing. Regardless of it is, or how specific it is, make sure you understand the general, fundamental philosophies. We have to teach to where they're at. We have to build a foundation. We have to build relationship so that they know that we care about them, and then they will care to know what we want to teach them. Thank you all for your time. I'm just very passionate about coaching and teaching, and I've had years and years and years to be blessed with so many variety of athletes of just about every age and level, and in a huge variety of disciplines as well. And the one underlining thing to be successful as a coach or a teacher or as a mentor is to build that relationship and build it in trust and then maintain it. And keep these kids active, and hey, we all need to be active too. So let's get out there, let's do our push-ups and our sit-ups, and let's run with the dogs, let's throw the ball with the kids, and let's kick that ball around too. And I am just so happy to be able to share a little bit of my heart, a little bit of what I believe is important when we are teaching and coaching young men and women, and I look forward to another message. So bye for now.